What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and today we're talking Phantasy Star Online 2, breaking down some things that you might not know about until now. This game, there's a lot of depth, there's so many things going on at one point in time, it's very easy to miss a certain feature or certain system, and so hopefully this catches you all up to speed. If there's something that I missed or you find particularly cool about the game that I'm not covering in this guide, be sure to let me know in the comments below. We can keep this kind of good advice from the player community rolling so that new players, returning players can find something that, hopefully interests them. And with that, we've got a lot to cover. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about how you can repair your game. We've seen some success with especially the Windows Store, but regardless, there is ways that you can kind of repair your game without having to uninstall, reinstall, do that whole mess. So if you're just looking for some PC support tips, be sure to check out the end of the video. I'll try to chapter mark this one for you guys so that way you can kind of jump to each and every feature that particularly interests you. But let's go ahead and get started with, obviously, I think the first one that I see a lot, and it's a lot of players might not be aware of it, but it's about personalizing your ID. So if I just kind of go to my member list here, if I pick on anybody who's offline, you can see these PN numbers. This is your player number that's assigned to you when you start the game. Here's where it gets interesting, is that you can actually change that, and you can see several members here have already updated their name and changed it accordingly. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. So in PSO2, you actually get this ability to do it for free once, and after that, they're going to request kind of a charge piece of it. So select your ship where your character's on, you want to go to support menu, and this is where you're going to see change player ID name. If I click on this, it's going to say, hey, you want to spend 3000 AC because I've already changed it, but you do get one free change. If you're kind of curious, you can say confirm name to see if there's a name available to you. But other than that, in this case, just go ahead and change your name so that way it's recognizable, especially when sending messages. Typically, I see the PN numbers and I have no idea who that is. And so then it ends up being a little bit awkward, being like, hey, I'm not trying to be rude. Who are you? And that's where then, it's easy to see that people might not be taking advantage of this feature. So next is a really awesome feature that Soro just showed me, and I have to share it here with you guys today. So I'm going to just pick on subquests. I'm going to say advanced quests. It really doesn't matter. Any quest that you select that doesn't automatically load you into an instance, it doesn't automatically take you to the gateway ship, will allow you to search for your client orders. And I showed you guys how to tab through this in my kind of busy gamer's guide to PSO2 leveling. But if you go ahead and hit start and you come over to your client orders, you're now going to see this option, orders that can be accepted in the fields of ongoing quests. And what this is going to do is it's going to pull up all available quests from every client order vendor that you can now select. So you don't have to run around the lobby and find the quest that you're looking for. You can just use this, pull up the client orders that you need, and just go on about your day. You can still filter them by the different place, but obviously because it is tailored to the mission that you're on and whatever you ended up selecting, you're going to see it listed here. So that's all that I wanted to share with you on that. Let's dive into our next tip. One of the really cool things about this game is that you can still play with your friends even when they're offline. You can even use a collection of different free avatars that can run the content with you. But how do you set that up for yourself? How do you control and manage what class, what job is running for you in your place? Well, it's as simple as heading over to your Visiphone and then selecting friend avatars, and then you want to say add friend avatar. This is going to allow it to capture your current class, your subclass, and then set a personality and various attributes. So for the list of personalities, you have Brave Spirit, Show Off, Withdrawn, Leadership, Clumsy Kid, Elder-like, Sickly, Fearless, Innocent, Airhead, Intellectual, and those are the lists there. From your attributes, got Early Bird, Night Owl, Sun Lover, Cloud Lover, Big Game Hunter, Small Game Hunter, Underdog Lover, Slow Starter, Lonely Soul, Hot and Cold Personality, Wild Hunter, Failspawn Hunter, Mech Hunter, Draconian Hunter, Ocean ID Hunter, Nightfall Hunter, and those are the lists there. You can even say from a avatar perspective to make this visible to non-friend players. So it's going to show up on that free list and allow people to run with your avatar from there. So just keep that in mind. You can always check on your avatar, see what is currently selected, and more right here. And you can see I have this hideously awful looking character, but that's just the way I like it. Somebody said, are you going for like the worst dressed character in PSO2? And I said, yes, challenge accepted. Continuing on, inventory management can be quite a challenge. Now, obviously you can tab through various tabs, but you can see here I have quite a bit of inventory and some of it's starting to fill up. On a controller, you can hold down right trigger and actually mass select and even just send all of these to storage themselves. You can do the same thing from the appraisal menu, and you can actually right trigger hold, or you can shift if you're on keyboard, hold, and actually have them appraise all items all at the same time, thus making it much faster to appraise batches of these rare items for yourself. So go nuts, have fun. Hopefully that's a helpful tip for you. If it is, let me know in the comments below. A thing I really like about this game is obviously just the variety of fashion, but also the emotes that you can use in the game. Now, if you ever see anybody using an emote that you particularly like, in this case, I'm going to pick on Sekihita here, you can say communication and impersonate. This is going to allow you to select that individual, and if you do have that ability, in this case, Dance 29, you will start doing it in sync with that person. This is fantastic for concert and different style of events, but what this also tells me is, what are they doing? What emote is that? So you can impersonate, and it's going to let you know what emote that it is that you're looking for, so that you can end up participating in that coordinated dance or emote party itself. So go nuts, have fun. I really, really love the impersonate feature. And for our last in-game tip before we jump into repair, let's go ahead and talk about loadouts. Loadouts is a great system in which that you can save your build, your equipment, your sub job, your everything. This is really awesome, especially when you start to experiment with more than one class. So in this case, you can see I have Hunter 75, Gunner 54, and Ranger 66. If I say select loadout for my Hunter, I am now a Hunter 75, and my equipment is all with me, as you can see right here. And that makes it very easy to switch back to my different Ranger as I'm leveling it up. Now, you do want to make sure that when changing, that you select override current with equipment if you want to take your current build that you're playing around with and set it there. Or you can even change the loadout name to give you a little bit more information possible. So hopefully this has been a huge help. Now let's go ahead and talk about how you actually repair your PSO2. So there's a couple ways going about it. Like you can see here, I've got PSO2 pinned to the hotbar, and if I right click, it's not really going to give me many options. I need to search Phantasy Star Online 2 and see it as it comes up here. From here, I can right click and I can say app settings. This is going to load up the app settings for Phantasy Star Online 2. And while that loads, I can also load up the store, because sometimes this can end up taking a good amount of time. You can try searching PSO2 within the Xbox store here, which is a kind of a scaled down version of the store itself, just focusing on games. But you can see here, now that it's up, you can hit repair. Why is this important? If your game is not loading, if it's, you click on it, nothing happens, you might panic. You might think you need to uninstall. You might, like, what happened? Why did that happen to me? Well, what we're finding is many people are actually able to hit the repair button, wait 5 to 10 minutes. I guess, there's no real science on the timing to wait itself, but click repair before trying to launch the game again. I know it's annoying, and I'm not making excuses for Microsoft or Sega at this point, but this is just a tip that we're finding a lot of people coming back and saying, hey, this actually worked for me. So try doing repair here, obviously from Phantasy Star Online 2. If you go into the Xbox thing and you see the dots over here, it doesn't give me many options, so to say. I can still launch it from here. This is all. You can even install it from here. The back end is still the store itself, and so you're going to want to come into the store. And you can see here from the store itself, it doesn't give me many options besides saying install on my devices, and then it's going to then give me a list of devices to install from. I'm not going to mess with that right now. What I do want to direct you is the other method, and instead of selecting PSO2 specifically, you can pull up your settings within Windows 10, pull up the window here, and then click on the apps section. Now, this is where I think a lot of people get tripped up, and I can understand it because it's not necessarily so easily convenient. But you find your Phantasy Star Online 2, and instead of saying uninstall, which is obviously that's where your eyes go to, click on advanced options, and this is then going to bring you back to that app settings for Phantasy Star Online 2, where you can then perform the repair. Again, hopefully they get all that worked out and fixed, and hopefully we see this on Steam, or use the tweaker if that works for you. But hopefully this has been a help. And it's with that, I do want to say thank you for watching. If you feel like we've earned your sub, we hope you hit that subscribe button. And if you do, let me know in the comments below, just like Kaz did, saying, not a new sub here, but you're the bomb diggity. And fine, you've convinced me to have some patience before pre-ordering. I'll have been burnt on enough pre-orders, Final Fantasy 15, Phoenix Point, Anthem. I still have hope. And then Justin also says, what I love about the channel is it's honest, no hype, no unnecessary drama, and honest words just about games. Proud to sub. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Kaz. And thank you to the Bad Gamer for hitting that join button and becoming a member here on the channel. Also, thanks to Haltech and Figma for hitting that join button as well, pushing us over our goal and getting us a new emote. We are now getting closer to our next emote goal, and we're now just 3 members away. So thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I love your faces, and I love you very much. Hopefully I'll see you soon. And until then, take care. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. This video is sponsored by me. If you guys like podcast and long form content, I hope you check out Ginger Gaming Radio. Link will be in the description of this video below. So if you're still watching this video, thank you, and check out the new channel for more content, and hopefully you enjoy. Thank you.